Okay, well, hi, we are Andrew and Vanessa Hoyes, and we are in the Gold Coast in Queensland right now. And we're so excited to be presenting an opportunity to you that is around a wearable light therapy patch called the X39. We actually have one up here, and it looks just like this. It's about the size of a 20-cent piece. And we're talking about this. So if you see this recording later and someone sends it to you, then you're going to know that this is what we're talking about. They might have sampled you with one, they may be sending you one in the mail, or they may just want you to get started straight away with purchasing it. So we are going to share a little bit around the technology, hear a testimony, and then show you simply the ways to purchase. And you're going to think of so many people as we're sharing with you that you might want to even jot their names down, because these are stories of hope, and this is a technology that is literally changing lives all around the world.
Absolutely. My friend Mike Thompson, who's on tonight, he has this catchphrase: everybody needs this. Everybody wants this. And so it's so true. Everyone needs it. And when you understand what this does, everybody wants it. And so I am so glad that my best friend of 30 years called me up when we arrived back in Australia from being away overseas for 10 years and said, "Hey, Andrew, have you been patched yet?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And again, he was talking about that little patch that Vanessa just showed, about the size of a 20-cent piece here in Australia and New Zealand. And he said, "Hey, this patch," he goes, "it's all like organic material. There's no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants going into your body. It's extremely affordable." And he said, "I've been doing it and my energy's gone through the roof." He's 57, I think, 58, so 8 years older than I am. And he said, "This has changed my life. My hair's growing back. The color of my hair's growing back. You should look into it because it's in the wellness industry. You love helping people. You love creating other income streams. It's worth looking at it." And so we did a presentation just like this. And Vanessa and I went in boots and all because we saw the patented technology, the opportunity, and how many lives we could change. Thinking through, without even knowing Mark at that time, everybody needs this, everybody wants this. And so that was just over 18 months ago. And we've been involved in thousands of people's lives now that are getting incredible stories.
So the question we always ask you and other people everywhere we go is, have you been patched? Have you heard of the patch? And the problem is that our stem cells, they decline as we age, and stem cells become the raw materials for our whole body to optimize and begin to heal. So when you're young, you do quick wound recovery, quick response to any kind of illness, but then over time, that aging process just takes away that ability to bounce back. So the X39 stem cell activation patch provides a solution to the problem of aging. This is
right.
Really, really good news.
And we all love that. We all love to look younger, not just on the outside, but even our body on the inside. And so as the faster you age, unfortunately, the slower you heal. You might have started experiencing that in your 40s and beyond, where all of a sudden you're not healing as fast. You're not recovering like you used to. Well, this is all to do with stem cells. Stem cells are the healing agents in your body. That's why it's so important to make sure that they're working for you and investing in that part of your life. At the age of 30, only half of your stem cells are active. I was blown away. I never knew that. And at 60, you lose almost like 90 to 95% of your stem cell activity. Now, they don't die. They just go to sleep, basically. They go dormant. What this technology is doing is waking it back up again and getting it going. And that's why we're seeing such incredible results. Now, this is a proprietary form of phototherapy. So we're all light and heat beings. That's why the military, when they put those night vision goggles on, you could see the heat signature of humans. We're built with light and heat. So what this technology does is it reflects your own light and heat back into your body, which then activates, stimulates your copper peptides, then it activates your stem cells. So this is what's happening every time you're patching. It's a patented nanocrystal technology. So what that means, it's all organic material of amino acids, sugars, and salts that was created by an incredible inventor as a lattice work structure that then, like I said, stimulates your copper peptides as it reflects back and gets your stem cells going again. It's non-transdermal. This is what really got me, which means means no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, non-invasive. It's not going past the skin barrier. So there's no risks to this. And many times when we pop a pill, we don't really know what the side effects are going to be. There aren't any with this. And what I love about it is it's simple. I actually believe it was made for men. It's that simple. Over the years, Vanessa's come up with potions and pills and concoctions, and I have to do this first and that first. And look, I just like things simple. What I love about this, you take the little sticky thing off, put on the back of your neck or under your belly button or anywhere where you have pain or something going on in your body. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You need to make sure it's on during the day because it's going to have all the activation of energy and so on. And then at nighttime, your body needs to recover and rest. Then you throw it away. Then you rinse, repeat. You do the same thing the next day. But you must drink lots of water because water is flushing all of those toxins and everything out of your body, and it works really well with the X39. So Vanessa, why don't you share just some, and can we say there are hundreds, if not thousands of benefits that you could get from this product?
Yeah, so we know for a fact increased strength is there, reduced inflammation. Inflammation is a root cause of all disease, increased stamina, energy and vitality, but not the nervous energy, just a real steady energy, mental clarity, so much brain balancing, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep. Andrew was off his sleep apnea machine within 3 months of using it. 18 months on it, horrible for our sleep time at night, but really off that within 3 months. And then we have improved skin appearance. Personally, in our family, we're talking about incredible breakthrough when it comes pain management, a concussion for a daughter, scoliosis for another daughter. Like amazing long-term results are even more impactful. The long-term results of this is that first few days, 4,000 genes wake up in your body and get to work. So some people have a quick uptake. Others are going to take a longer time because it's regenerative. 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. 3 months, collagen is increasing everywhere, inside and out. And at 6 months, your heart is reversing in age. We're hearing brilliant stories around heart health. The inventor himself says this is not anti-aging, this is age reversing. Here's a scan of a 77-year-old woman's brain. Session 1, all the red is inflammation. Session 3, there's no more red. That's 6 weeks later, friends. Now, this is inflammation in a brain, not just in a 77-year-old woman. This is in young ones, newborns. This is in ones, and this often looks like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or some ADHD or some autism around. And when you balance your brain, some amazing things happen.
And it's a patented technology, which is so important with this. I mean, the patent literally says a result of elevating the copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvement in it. But you don't just sort of write a patent and you get it. It's a very complicated process. This is one of actually of 200 of the inventors, so this is a serious guy. But what I love about the patent is that it offers you two things. One, the security that where you're buying it from through your brand partner, you know it's the real deal. It's not a copy from somewhere, you know, in China that's in some toxic factory that is going to hurt you or cause you issues and doesn't even do what the product says it's going to do. It comes straight from the source. And so that's one of the great securities you have around it being patented. And number two is nobody else has this. And so from a business perspective, and one of the major reasons why Vanessa and I jumped into this is because for the next 16 plus years, no one else can copy this product. So when you get it again from your brand partner, you know it's the real deal.
Yeah.
And from a business perspective, it's open season when it comes to no
stories.
Yeah, we love this man. We've listened to him now for a while and seen what he's accomplished and his heart towards humanity. He's the CEO and inventor, which we love because many times the CEO and inventor are two different people and it's just about the money or about the business. And this guy, it goes far, far beyond that. He has over 200 patents. Like I said, he's a scientist and inventor specializing in age reversing. You can give me a high five if you're up for a little bit of age reversing. In 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. So this is all part of his background.
That's
This isn't
amazing.
something that he just sort of got a Google degree on in 5 minutes. This guy's been in this for a long, long time. He brought this product to market. It took 10 years and $4.5 million before he did. So he didn't just throw it out there and hoped it all went well. He was meticulous about the whole process. And that's why we're seeing such massive results, because he took the time to perfect it before he brought it to market.
So that's about the technology. And now about the testimonies. This is where we see impact every single day. We get good news stories, but this is something we love to say up front. Give this time. This is not a quick fix. You got to be willing to say, this could be 1 month per decade of my life before I even see more powerful results that I'm looking for. Obviously, you're going to see a lot of things early on, but you're going to get a health tracker when your brand partner partners with you and you purchase a product. Fill it out, friend, and take a photo, because the before photos are so fun to look at. 6 months, a year, 18 months on, there is just so much amazing things. So you're going to see most of this information and even more. If you like to deep dive it, thisitit.info.com. You can go into the /testimonies page and see all these various stories. There's videos on them all. They're actually so impactful. The one on children, there's 3 videos there. They're so emotional when you start to realize
box for that one.
Truly the impact this technology is having all around the world. These are personal text messages we've had from a whole lot of people as well. These are before and afters: nerve damage, skin healing, wound healing, hair regrowth. Just look at that, age reversing happening for certain people. Scars are healing quickly, just amazing things. And so we have doctors talking, we have friends on testimony videos, but really these testimonies prove what the X39 is doing day to day, whether you feel it or not. So before we hear why this is growing like wildfire around the world, we just want to introduce you to our new friend, Barbara, who's been patching for 2 months, and she's going to give a quick little real-time update of what's happening for her. Thanks, Barbara.
Okay, I started in the middle to end of June, and within 10 days, I noticed at 78, my energy and vitality and stamina had improved remarkably. And I was getting slower and slower, having nanny naps. All of a sudden, I didn't need them anymore. Then at around 50 days, I was due for my annual hearing test, which I've had hearing aids now. This is the 3rd year. And when I was having my test, I came out and the testing lady said, "This is very unusual. Your low range has gone up by 5 decibels. She said, "I've never heard of anybody's going up." So she said, "Your hearing's improved." So I told her about the information on the patches and sent her the information. Then the other thing happened. I noticed I was starting to get a bit hyperactive. So I went to the doctor and got my thyroid tested, because I've had a Hashim's autoimmune disease since. Anyway, I have to always regulate that medication. But this time it was right through the roof. And that meant my levels in my body were too high. So I've started reducing the thyroid medication, and she's actually going to monitor it every month and see how much we can get it down. So good results so far. It's only 2 months.
Amazing. I love to hear stories like that, and hearing people hearing stories like that, because it really does change your life. And what it does on Barbara's body is going to be different to what it does on your body, that does on my body. But the thing is, for less than a coffee per day to start getting results, I say to people sometimes who are a little bit skeptical, I said, if I could do a magic wand and your issues that you've got went away, what would you pay for that? And people say, thousands or tens of thousands. And I'm like, why wouldn't you try it for dollars? Why wouldn't you take that next step? And so hearing your story, Barbara, that's amazing. I'm believing for so many great results moving forward.
And that's just a bit sharing. Thank you so much. We're going to just show you how easy it is, this technology as well, and what this actually means in terms of sharing with other people. And like Barbara, she's now already telling people. And, you know, some people aren't even just waiting for a result. They're willing to share up front with people. Even we were calling a few friends straight after the presentation.
Well, yeah, exactly.
We were just saying, hey, listen, we've heard about something and we want to tell you because you came straight to mind. So let's just talk about what it does mean to patch, to share, or to build this business.
Yeah, well, firstly, it's a 21, 22-year-old company. So in the Commonwealth countries, we can sometimes think things are too good to be true. But after 20 years, friends, this isn't a scam. It's gone from a $20 million revenue company in 2021 to it'll be $1 billion this year. This is growing like wildfire. And things only grow when things work. So this is working. It's now in over 85 countries. Countries are opening their doors to this because they're seeing what it's doing in people's lives. It's not a Me Too product like you have your pills, you have your potions, and we have ours. No one else has this. So from a business opportunity, time is now because nobody has this. We're the only ones, you know, with the cookie in the jar. So it is amazing the opportunity that we have with this.
So we are so excited to look at what this could look like for you. But we will say one more thing around the model. The inventor chose the direct selling model so it could get into those countries, but also so no one would need to say, I can't afford it. Now, this is the most affordable health technology on the planet. But for some people who don't understand the value, they may see $5 a day Aussie Kiwi, $5 a day approximately, still as something they don't yet value. But let's talk for a moment why it's in the direct selling space. It's so that if you share with a few people, you could actually cover the cost of your product.
That's right.
And begin to stay regularly using every single month. The direct selling is the people's business.
It is the people's business. And the thing is, if it wasn't in the direct selling space and the direct selling model, it would be 10, 20, 30 times the price. That's why they didn't want it in the hands of government or pharmaceutical companies or corporates, because he wanted to make sure everybody could afford this. And also the direct selling space, network marketing, it is one of the biggest and fastest growing business models in the world. And so everybody's realizing when I share my favorite product, I don't get compensated from that. Well, when it's in the direct selling space, you do. And many of you work where if you're not giving trading time for money, like you're not getting paid at night. Well, with this as another income stream, when you go to bed at night, you wake up with more in the bank account than you did before you went to sleep.
That's right.
You're making money when the lights are off. And so it's so important to have an income stream like this because everyone needs a minimum 3 income streams in life now. Maybe, you know, many up to 7 is the goal. So it really is a game changer for a very low startup fee and also, or cost, sorry, and you get product for that. So it's an amazing opportunity.
So you may value time, might feel important around your health. It could be around financial freedom. You've got your own why. But when you get started in a wholesale package, you can start purely to patch, or you can also build a business with it. And all 3 of them will activate a business.
That's right. So you've got the core of the advanced and the premium, three options. Core is really for someone who's just wanting to look after their health. I mean, your health is your greatest wealth. And when that's your major challenge in life, it's your only challenge in life that you're going for. So for some people, that's a great place to start at $295 US. You get 3 months worth of the patches, and it's in US dollars because it's in US dollars around the world, and you get paid in US dollars, which is amazing. So that's for someone really just starting with their health. Most people go for advanced or premium. Advanced is really for, say, 2 people because you get 6 months worth. So for 2 people, that's 3 months each. It really is minimum 3 months, but should be a month for each decade of life to really get your stem cells activated. So advanced is great for people, maybe a couple or somebody on their own that's minimum for 6 months and wanting to start to share to be compensated for their sharing, and looking at maybe having another income stream. And then premium at $1,750 is the best price because you're getting it for $87.50 instead of $99.95. You also have 20 sleeves at that price. Great for a big family, but for most of us who saw the business opportunity to start really getting it out there and helping as many people as possible, for Vanessa and I, it was about high impact, high income.
Yeah.
We wanted both, and I believe you can have both. And so having that stock to be able to get it out there to people, patch as many people as you can. The more you patch, the greater return on investment you're going to have as people then start signing up and getting results for themselves. And then if people live close by, it could take a week or so for it to come in the mail. Then you could give them a month straight away when they sign up so they can patch that day, which is so important because most people want that. And then when theirs comes in, they can give it back to you. So that's the premium pack. And again, extremely affordable for what this is, what this can do, and to start a new business venture at a price like that. You won't find that anywhere else with an unlimited potential.
That's right. So you are going to talk to the brand partner that shared this with you, or you're a guest on tonight, or you see the recording later, and they're going to talk to you about what is it that you can do right now, and what is it that you'd like to create with this. Is it for your health, so you're patching? Is it that you'd love to learn how to share a little bit, or is it that you want to really come in as a business partner straight away and run with them? And we've got all the tools to support any of those steps that you'd like to take.
And so with your brand partner, we're here with a great community. And who knows, we need community more than ever these days. It's an unbelievable community. We have all the support that you need. Like Vanessa said, we're patching, sharing, or building. We have the system to be able to help you to achieve the goals that you have around this.
Yeah, so circle back with them. We're so glad that you could be on this call.
And I just always say, the faster you say yes and sign up, the quicker we can get these patches to you and start hearing results like Barbara's for what you need for your body and the people you love and value around you as well.
Awesome.